Hello guys, this is Shahzad Rabbani. And this video is about a trade setup view of GBP, Great British Pound versus CAD, Canadian Dollar. This would be on a daily chart and starts from the trading session right from 7th of February 2017 onward. As you know, as you are aware that my setup is usually on a swing trading setup, and in order to get a maximum results you need to apply this trading setup at least for a month or so on, so that you'll get either the setup would be fruitful or not for you. Okay, before coming into the discussion about this particular pair, let I just recall you that this video is, as compared to my previous video, could be a different video. The reason is because in this trade setup or in this video I am gonna use the trend line, and just on a presumption that every trend line or every swing or every move, my aim is to get the every swing, every move, right? So if I were on that stage, what would have been my target or my achievements, either in shape of profit or loss, so that you can be able to really grab the whole scenario, right? So before discussions, let's have a risk disclosure and warning statement from my side. Video is only for educational purposes. FX, foreign exchange trading, carrying margin and substantial risk, so it isn't suitable for every investor. Okay, here we are, the live chart. As you can see, the GBP Canadian dollars live chart. Okay, just start reading right from the left. Right before this, as you can see, the candles are going up, so we were in a buying trend, and we were assumed that this was the buying trend, right? So remember, each buying trend has a very a very potential pattern of series of higher high and higher low. As you can see, this is high, right? Just take an example. You are gonna read the chart from this particular point. I'm talking about 18th of August 2016 onward, right? So your aim would be to grab the whole market, not the bottom or the upper, right? We just concerned the 70, 80 or 60% of the middle, right? So the aim of this setup is not to grab the highs or lows point. Instead, the aim of this setup is to have more than 60% of the level, right? So here we were. This was the high, and this was the low, right? This higher low, right? After this, as you can see, this is the high. Now we can call it a higher high, right? Because this has broken the previous swing high. This was the previous swing high. In the later candles, apparently it has major new high, so we can call it a higher high, right? After posting this higher high, as you can see, market were about 4 or 5 days in compressions, and subsequently make a new low that is called higher low. This low belongs to this high, this higher high low, right? As I've told you, each buying trend has a higher high and higher low, like this higher high, higher low pattern. So we can call it is a buying trend, it is a bull market, right? As later on you can see, the market has posted new high, which has broken the previous high point as well on this particular point. So this may be a new higher high. We still presume at that time, until that time, that there is a buying trend. So my aim is, if I were on that stage, would be buying, right? But I don't buy it if the market has pattern higher high and higher low, like this higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high onward. Rather, I would apply the trend line on that stage where I don't see higher high and higher low. are lower high or lower low, right? When I don't see this pattern, then I would apply trend line and probably see any buying or selling opportunities, right? Or on this stage, if I were on that stage, I would have buy, but I don't see anything beyond higher high and higher low, so I try to avoid any positions on that particular stage. Okay, after this posting of this higher high, I'm talking about 21st of September 2016, right? After these day, after this higher high, market has posted a new low over there, right? So this is the new low. Why it is called the new low? Because it has broken the previous higher low, right? Previous higher low. So whenever I found any higher low or lower low or anything like this, right? So I have to apply my trend line. Okay, my aim is to sell because it has broken this particular levels. Okay, just assuming we were on 9th of 2016, right? And in a couple of days after that, we were supposed to enter into this market on sell because we presumed that the previous swing low has broken, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make a trend line and connect the trend lines the previous higher low, right? This is the previous higher low. I was just assumed we were around about here or here, right? So I need to connect this trend line 2 point at least, right? 2 of my pivot points, right? Where I have pointed the rectangles, as you can see. Okay, after just this trend line, I need to wait it. Whenever the trend line breaks, I put sell order, right? So on this particular point, as you can see, the trend line has broken, so I would be jumping into sell. After having sell order, one would imagine how much risk I would take. As per the rules, as per my setups, right, the previous swing high, this was the previous swing high, so a couple of points above would be my stop loss, right? And the exit scenario is either whatever I have on a risk, the double one would be my reward. This would be the first scenario. The second scenario may be in a bear market, after posting every lower low, the previous lower high would be my stop loss. How? Just stick with me, I can tell you. Okay, now we were in a sell, we were in a stop loss over there, right? And we just assume to retain this trade as long as the trend persists. Okay, after breaking this particular level, it has made the new low, right? This low, this would be called the new low after breaking this, right? And also the lower low, right? Because it has broken the previous higher low. Getting my point? So after posting this lower low, one would imagine the market would be made a new lower high. In a sell market, right? One is just assumed that market has to make this pattern lower high and lower low. This would be the lower low. Now we are waiting for lower high. Where was the lower high? Okay, exactly, this was the lower high. So after posting this lower low, right, and this lower high, my stop loss are my trailing stops. I'm gonna blow down my stop loss from this particular point. Just assume my stop loss is right over here, right? Now my stop loss after that posting lower high, couple of above points from this lower high. Okay, after this candle and this candle and this candle, you can see market didn't touch my trailing stop, so I would be in a trade, right? Okay, what happened in these 7 or 8 days? As you can see, it would be like a roller coaster towards the earth, right? Market just rolling over and making new fresh low, perhaps due to some geopolitical scenario or some strong fundamentals. I don't concern about this ones. Okay, this was the new lower low, right? After posting this lower low, this was the new lower high. As time, I'm having very shorter time, so I'm just quickly pointing the lower low and lower high points, right? This was the lower high. After posting this low, market has posted this lower high, so my stop loss would be around on this point, couple of point above from this point, right? After this, it has posted this low, right? So this on a bear market, I don't I want to see this scenario. This was the higher low. This low belongs to this low, right? On ideal stages, it should have been to even below of this low, right? But it didn't. So there is a caution for me. Either the market is in compression or in a reversal mood. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna draw my trend line. This is the upward trend line for sell order, right? But as I see the higher low, I would probably assume for buying order, right? So this was the previous swing low. Sorry, this was the previous swing high. So I need to touch this trend line into this touch, right? Higher points. When I touch the higher point, the trend line angle should be down, right? So as you can see on this particular point, the downward trend line has broken. So I would place my sell order and I would place my buying order and exit from sell order. Now we are on a buying, right? On this particular level, right? After this, I assume my stop loss obviously would be the previous swing lows, couple of points below from this previous swing low. As you can see, after this, market has made this higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, right? On this point, this is the higher low, right? After this, there was a lower high, right? I would assume if it is a buying market, or if it would change from sell to buying, it would be higher high, but it didn't, right? So I see not lower low, lower high. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my trend line and connect these 2 points, right? So whenever this trend line has broken on this particular candle, I would exit from buying and take a sell positions, right? And after this sells, I would assume the lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, right? So this lower high would be my stop loss. One would say, why you didn't on this point? Because it is about 700 or 600 pips. Look, you must follow your rules. You set your rules and you have to obey your rules if you want to be retained in this industry for a longer period of time, right? Getting my point? Okay, so after this lower high, it has this lower low and this lower high. Now my stop loss would be about this point and the lower low, and now I'm expecting either the market has below from this levels, if it would be in a buying 1 or 2 days, right? Or otherwise, on an ideal scenario, in a bear market, it would have lower low, right? Somewhere or else, right? But I would be in a sell position in GBPcad. I hope you have found this video interesting. If you're interested, do like my channel as well. I'm waiting your precious analysis and views. Thank you very much. Have a nice trading.